Hey, what's up everybody? On today's video, I wanted to talk about shooting a heavy bow. This may not be too heavy for some people, but it's a 57 pound at 28 inches, 60-inch bow. And for a lot of people, this would be considered a heavier bow to shoot. Now for me, I draw this bow pretty good. I can draw it back, hold it, and it's not really a problem. But I wanted to show you, I like to work on my back and my shoulders when I start to shoot a bow like this again. I mean, you want to be able to get a bow and draw it back and hold it for a minute. I mean, you're not going to be holding 10 seconds on a deer. Maybe 5, but usually when I get to that point, my shot's gonna start collapsing. I'm gonna let down. So you need to be able to, throw the bow up pretty quick, draw, get ready to shoot, bam, shoot. And if you can do that and maybe hold for 3 to 4 seconds maximum, you'll be good enough with a heavier bow. Now this bow is gonna take some toll on your shoulders and your back the more you shoot it. If you go out and shoot 30 shots with this bow, you're gonna feel it the next day. But I'm gonna show you real quick some things I like to do with the dumbbell to help my shoulders get prepared for shooting a bow like this. May not help you, but I feel like if you have a little bit of, if you start training your muscles a little bit and get them ready to shoot a heavier bow, you'll be better off this season on being able to handle it under pressure. When the deer walks out, you'll be able to draw it back, get to anchor, make your shot, and not have to worry about that arm collapsing so much, which I do have a problem with collapsing. That's just my overall shooting style. But for someone like you who's or the people who are just getting into archery and want to shoot a heavier bow, this is some things you can start doing to help you out. All right, I'm gonna show you a few exercises that I like to do. I have two 20-pound dumbbells here. Always keep your biceps in check. Do some workouts with them. Get you just 15 to 20 reps at a time just to get loosened up before you go shoot your bow. Something like that. I like to do these. I'll try to do these almost every day. Do some shoulder shrugs like this. Do those 15 to 20 times. Just work your shoulders, get them loose, pull high up on your traps. Get the back of your shoulders, do some shoulder raises, shrugs, raises. And also another thing, do some overhead presses. Get these dumbbells and press them overhead. Do those, get those 15 to 20 reps. Just to get you loosened up. You don't have to sit here and work out for 10 minutes. I'm doing this before I go shoot, just to just to loosen my shoulders up. Don't hurt yourself either. Don't do anything too fast. And just get a little sweat built up and you'll know you're loosened up. You can do some of these too. This is more for your chest, but do a few of those. But little exercises like that, if you have any kind of rope or any kind of stretchy, like one of the stretchy bands, use those too. It'll get your arms and your shoulders ready to go shoot your bow if you're gonna be pulling back that heavier weight. But that's just something I like to do. I was gonna show you all that before we went and shot the heavier Wessel bow, and that seems to help me. Man, y'all, it is still hot outside. I'm ready for this summer heat to be over with. Today I want to get out here and just start shooting my heavier bow a little bit. I may not hunt with this one. I'm thinking I'm gonna strictly stick to my Schaefer because I know that I can. It's a little bit it's 8 pounds heavier, and it's just an easier bow to handle. And I know it has the potential to take anything I need to take this season, and I've already put down the pig with it, and it's just a bow that I can get out there and manage easier and shoot better. But I was going to talk about shooting a heavier bow and shoot mine. If you can manage a heavier bow, to me, manage it comfortably, get your draw weight there, get your draw back and hold it, you'll be okay shooting a heavier bow. If you're sitting there struggling, like getting to here and letting go every time, you need to go down and wait. In order to handle the heavier bow, you need to be able to draw back like I was showing, get into anchor. Let me show y'all. You need to draw back, get into anchor, and be able to hold that bow solid without letting down. If you can do that, you're on your path to be able to shooting, you know, heavier bows. I know I watch a guy, Soaring Archer, that dude shoots a monster heavy bow, and he has good form and he's a very accurate shot. I need to check out his page, but I think he's shooting bows that are upwards of 80 pounds and making arrow groups like this, and it's just a pretty amazing thing for me to see. He shoots super curved bows and they're just super heavy and super fast. All right, we're gonna start off by taking a few shots with the Wessel. I'm shooting a 700 with this broadhead. I think this is a 650 grain setup. These are some pretty heavy arrows. I was shooting 730 with the broadhead setup I was working with, but the Jerry Hill broadheads. But I dropped down and weighed a little bit, and we're not going to be shooting those heads out of this bow. We're going to be shooting the 190 grain Simmons Tree Shark instead, or a 175 VPA. So let's take a few starter shots with this bow. We're going to shoot the deer in the vitals. Perfect shot. Right in double long. You go from shooting ASL longbows to one of these, it's a pretty noticeable change in accuracy. I don't know if y'all saw that. Already I let down on my shot. We're gonna shoot one more shot. Awesome shot right next to the other one. This bow shoots very well. It's right now I'm thinking there's a little noise coming off of it from the arrows hitting, but pretty awesome shot right there. I got two in the vitals right next to each other, and one dropped off, but we're gonna shoot three more and just get used to shooting this heavier bow again. All right, so I'm gonna get some sideways shots with this bow to show y'all how I'm working on keeping that bow arm back and not creeping, making a solid shot and pulling that elbow around. So we're going to shoot 3 shots and try to execute that form perfectly. Now all 3 of those shots hit a little bit to the right for me, and I don't know if it was the way I was holding my arm or I was letting down, but they're in a group like this, but they did hit to the right, so that may be a problem on my part. I think I was letting down a little bit. We'll have to check in the video after I get through recording this. All right, so we're gonna shoot another 3-shot group. I think that I might have been letting down a hair, but we're gonna give that a shot again. Let's put these in the deer vitals. Yeah, see, it's very easy to bow to let down if you don't keep that back tension. Your arm will want to jump forward real quick with that heavier bow. See that arrow? Let down. Went way to the right. So if you start doing that a whole bunch, take a break. You don't have to wear yourself out trying to shoot a bow this heavy. Good shot. Another heart shot. Made a excellent release, follow through, and everything seemed good. So we're gonna shoot a few more of those. I'm gonna shoot 3 into the middle of that Reinhardt target and see how I do. All right, so we're gonna shoot 3 into the middle of that Reinhardt target down there. These are some heavy arrows. You can feel them, just the weight of them, and those flying through the air. You know they're a good heavy setup. They're accurate. I could definitely hunt with these. A lot of guys say, "Oh, you don't need to shoot that heavy of an arrow," but I mean they're flying fine, so why not? Why not shoot that heavy of an arrow if you can get away with it? Anything you shoot and it hits, it's gonna go through it. So let's shoot the middle of this Reinhardt target. Get a good concentration on that middle dot and make my shots. Right in the middle, a few inches low, but that was a good shot. Hit the same arrow right in the middle, a little low. These arrows may be dropping off at that distance, so I'm gonna focus a little higher on the next shot and see if we can put it in the middle. I let down on that shot. It was higher, but I did let down. So we're gonna make those shots again and see if I can do a little better. With this bow, these arrows are definitely hitting the target a bit harder than with my Schaefer silver tip. I'm shooting, you know, like I said, this is a heavier 57-pound bow, shooting a 600, and I think this is a 650 grain arrow with the field point, 175 and a 50 grain insert. So pretty heavy arrow here. I'm gonna keep on trying to get my form right with this bow, put 3 in the middle of that Reinhardt, and get used to it. All right, that shot was a little bit to the left and low. Arrow definitely dropped off. You can probably see it on the video. Low again, in the middle though, low. With this bow, I'm definitely gonna have to either move my knock point down. Let's try that. I'm gonna move my knock point down a hair, and we're gonna see if we can. Hopefully I don't have to hold higher to make some accurate shots. All right, that's a little lower there. Let's see if this changes something. Yes, that's what I needed right there. The arrow is in the middle of the target now. Let's shoot 3 more and see if we can make a good group. I like my Wessel bow. It's a smooth bow, a little too heavy. I'm actually thinking about selling this bow. I don't shoot it a whole bunch. I shoot my Schaefer more, and I've been shooting my lighter weight ASL longbows. That's been my go-to here lately, but I still wanted to keep a heavier bow just in case, and I don't think the just in case for me right now is working out. I feel like I'm having to put too much effort really into training myself to shoot this bow, and it's not, if you want to do it, that's fine, but you can still be a killer shot, a killer hunter with a lighter weight bow. Right in the middle of that Reinhardt target. Great shot. right in the middle. Good shot. A little lower, but it was still right in the middle. Boom, right in the middle of the Reinhardt target. Let's go. All right, so I stepped my shot out a little bit. I want to see how these arrows will do out to like a 20-yard shot versus a 15 to 17. We'll probably have a little bit more drop. I'm going to shoot at the deer vitals, and we're going to see if I can make some accurate shots. I'll probably have to hold a hair higher, but let's see how these arrows fly. Whew, perfect shot. Double lung, right where I like them. Boom, another good shot. A little high. I thought I needed to hold higher on that one, but it actually was a good shot. Boom. 3 good shots in the deer vitals, probably about 22 yards, and I won't complain about that. All right, these shots worked out pretty good. My first, second, and third, those are all good shots. This one probably the deer would have ducked it, but these two good good shots right in the lungs like I like, and that would have been a great probably a good easy track job there. All right, y'all, so I made some good shots with this bow today. It's a little heavier in weight. I could definitely take it out hunting with me, but I have to be certain that my anchor and my hold is solid. Can't if I start creeping with this bow, then you know your shots aren't going to be accurate. So I'm gonna shoot 3 more, put them in the deer vitals. I appreciate y'all watching the video today. Definitely do your exercises before shooting heavier. Loosen up, get your shoulders right, and that'll help you out before you go out in the woods with any bow, and maybe loosen you up and not do whatever you can to avoid any kind of injury while shooting. So let's put these 3 in the deer lungs. Ooh, perfect shot right there. Perfect shot. This is an accurate bow, this Brian Wessel bow. I love them. Ooh, right on top of each other, I'm telling you. Show you all this shot here in a minute, but check out Brian Wessel's bow. He makes a good one, and they shoot extremely well. Ooh, 3 arrows, low, double lung, heavier bow. Can't ask for much more than that. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you next time. Those were my last 3 shots. Perfect low, double lung, heart shots, and you really can't ask for more than that. Especially out of that weight bow, and these arrows are super heavy, but they fly pretty great right there. We'll see you next time.